ABS-CBN Sports proudly presents Resolve.
Segregation, but this time, Ulan challenging the blockers in
Composure. Control.
From the other side. Passes again. And that. Lady Cameras in control so far of set number 2.
Confidence.
This is what you wanted to say. Yeah. Check ball. Will they go 5 straight? Landing! Closes the set!
Perseverance.
Solo block. Podcast naman ngayon. Roll, set.
Oh, and Santiago still gets the line.
Grace.
Mata. Off to Paniel Juan. And we're tied to Pineda.
Resilience.
Oh! Nobody home for Anderson! And that's the deal! Iuro si Valdez, malapit sa net. Buha pa rin.
Tenacity.
Again!
This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Greatness never ends.
And we are here at the heart of Pasay City at the Mall of Asia Arena as we shift our attention to the second game of our Saturday doubleheader. Earlier today, FEU winning in 4 sets against the UE Lady Warriors. We get to that second game as the Adamson Lady Falcons need to win here to keep in step with FEU, who won earlier today. And they go up against the DLSU Lady Spikers, who continue to roll after an 8-0 start for season 76 and looking for more wins. 25 actually is what they're looking for right now coming into this match. See who will come out with a good day today here, the second game of our Saturday doubleheader. And as you see, LaSalle still unbeaten, and not only that, they have been dominant. Their focus has been laser-like. They have not dropped a set, Ivy.
That's
as
right.
we look at these two teams there.
It has been a perfect season so far for the Lady Spikers of TAF. And we can see their Adamson there with 4 wins and 4 losses.
Yep.
And they would try to get win number 5 today, as we have mentioned. But it is going to be a very hard chore for the Lady Falcons with the way that the Lady Spikers have been playing in their past few games as well.
That, if you see the team standings, Ivy, that 2-6, yun yung labanan. Mabigat yung labanan from National U at 2, and then of course UST at 6, and then in the middle, of course, Sheila Pineda and the rest of the Adamson Lady Falcons with FEU winning earlier today. They actually opened season 76 for us, and it was here at the Mall of Asia Arena when, we were at the Araneta Coliseum, if I'm not mistaken, for opening day of season 76 of the UAAP Women's Volleyball Tournament. And as we said, LaSalle started off strong, did not drop a set in that first game.
It was a very convincing win actually there for LaSalle in that very first opening game. Although it was a tight second set, Boom, if you would remember. You know, Adamson almost had it just 3 points away from closing that set. But the resilience of the Lady Spikers really prevailed, and it ended up in only a 3-set match.
Only a 3-set match and only an hour and 15 minutes. That is what it took for LaSalle to dispatch Adamson in the very first encounter of season 76.
And there we could see the reason why LaSalle took it very easy in 3 sets only. LaSalle clearly dominated in the attacking and the blocking, and I think that really did the job for the Lady Spikers. It has been the blocking was very consistent for that game.
There have been changes in terms of who's second and third best in terms of blocking, but it has been constant in terms of who has been number 1. LaSalle has been dominant in that department. All right, let's go and shift our attention to Adamson University. They lost 2 heartbreaking matches, and they were able to finally snap that one against UP the last time out. They break their 2-game losing streak, and 2 very tough games also for them against National U and then FEU. But they bounced back in UP, against UP rather, and they hope to keep it rolling against LaSalle.
That's right. It was actually a very motivating part for the Lady Falcons, having won their last game. And it was also a very convincing win in three sets. The scores also were very, it became very difficult for UP actually to catch up on those 3 sets.
At kailangan nila yung panalo na yun, talking about Adamson University. As we said, heartbreaking losses 2 previous times. And you know, sometimes you can propel yourself to better games after one win. And this was what happened in that game. 25-9, a very dominant second set for Adamson.
That's right, and they really killed it off with their attacks. 43 spikes only against 20 of UP. That's actually more than half. You know, and they scored also very well in terms of their blocking and in service. A very consistent game for the Lady Falcons when they went up against UP.
That's right. UP usually a better blocking team than what they usually show, or what they showed in that game against Adamson. But the tandem of Bang Pineda, Bebs Pineda, and Amanda Villanueva, they were on fire. And it's very crucial for Adamson University to get more contributions other than Sheila Pineda. She's going to be the most consistent player. She's going to be the barometer of Adamson University, but it's important that she gets help. And Amanda Villanueva has come on strong. The number 3 and number 6 scorers of the league, talking about Sheila and Amanda.
That's right, and you know, it's already probably a given that Adamson will be going to Bang Pineda, and that game with Amanda Villanueva did really step up. You know, she's one of the secret factors for also the Lady Falcons in winning in their game.
You're looking at the numbers against UP, but going back to the LaSalle game, Amanda Villanueva had 15 points. Sheila Pineda had 10. So really, sila yung aasahan dito. And maybe somebody else, hopefully, for Adamson to try to beat LaSalle. All right, our very own Mitch Del Carmen sat down with Amanda Villanueva. Let's listen to that interview.
Mans, natapos na nga yung 2-game losing streak natin nung pagpasok natin ng second round. So, sa palagay mo, paano natin masusustain yung ganitong klaseng panalo, lalo na kalaban natin ngayon yung number 1 team?
Siguro mindset lang na every game we need to win. Kasi we started second round with 2 wins. So, bakit hindi na namin ituloy-tuloy yung wins para pumasok kami sa Final Four, which is yung first goal namin.
Ngayon, para sa inyo, gaano ka-importante ang teamwork para sa Lady Falcons?
Importante siya kasi yun yung parang pinaka-importanting recipe ng team para manalo. And also, yung tiwala namin sa isa't isa, doon nagsisimula yan para manalo. Para i-boost namin yung isa't isa.
Okay, good luck sa game nyo today and back to you guys.
Thank you, Mitch. 14 points for Amanda Villanueva against UP, and then 15 against LaSalle. She has started for Adamson University this year as compared to last year, where she was being introduced off the bench. She will be crucial. The rest of the team is going to have to pull together to go up against the defending champions, 8-0. They started, or they ended the first round with a win against Ateneo. They start the second round with another convincing win against Ateneo in 1 hour and 5 minutes.
It's getting shorter and shorter, boom.
1 hour and 5 minutes, 3-set domination by the defending champions.
So this was actually one of the most awaited games or match for this season, and I'm sure that a lot of the Lady Spikers fans were very happy with the turnout of this game. So it was also a 3-set win, and it was quite difficult for Ateneo also, you know, to counter the attacks and the offense of LaSalle during that game.
Right. And when you talk about that game, the numbers won't lie. And again, the ability of LaSalle to contain Eliza Valdez. Eliza Valdez cannot get anything going in the 2 games that they met. This one, the last one, as you talked about. And look at the scores, 25-14, 25-14, and 25-19.
I agree with you, Boom. And it seems that, you know, LaSalle has really been preparing very well for all the opponents for each game. They're treating each game as a different one from the previous ones. I guess it's one of the formulas also why LaSalle has been very effective here in this season.
Yeah, they maintain the kind of game no matter who the opponent is. And I think that all starts and ends with that girl, Abby Maraño. They've got so many weapons. You talk about, even the rookie, Desiree Check. You've got a great setter in Kim Fajardo. They've got Nika Reyes, they've got Aragalang. But it all starts from Abigail Maraño's ability to really lead this team.
I agree with you, Boom. Leadership is a very, very essential. If a winning team or a champion team, that's one of the characteristics that it has. It has a good leader.
And that's a perfect also statement about Abby. The fact that she's an all-around player, and the numbers don't lie.
That's right. You can see really that how much she has been contributing, not just her leadership inside the court, but also in terms of points for the Lady Spikers. She has actually averaged 9.7 points per game, 6.6 spikes per game, and at least 2 blocks per game. So that is actually a very good average for a particular player.
We talk about the numbers in terms of points. She doesn't really... LaSalle doesn't have anybody dominant, except for there are certain games where Aragalang is dominant. She had 16 against Adamson the first meeting. But their points are so spread out. They're so well distributed. And again, hats off to Coach Romil De Jesus. All right, let's pick the brain of their leader, Abby Maraño. And Inaong Shaco had the opportunity to do that for us.
So Abby, with your winning streak na you haven't lost a game nor a set, is there any pressure na kailangan yung manalo every game and every set?
Pero sa tingin ko, yung maglalaro ka ng with pressure is not a bad thing. And I think yung pressure na you need to see that the pressure is a good pressure for your drive to strive more and to keep going and doing so much more. Yun yung pressure na meron kami. And kung paano nako-control yun, nasa tao din yun eh. Kung i-turn mo into motivation yung pressure na yun, hindi magiging pangit sa sarili mo yung paglalaro mo with pressure.
Now, how do you help your teammates motivate or turn this pressure into motivation, especially for those na hindi ganon yung pag-iisip nila sa pressure nito?
Of course, yung start ng game, medyo meron dyan talaga kinakabahan pa. Pero maganda yung pinapakita ko sa kanila na talagang sa mukha ko, hindi makikita yung pressure na yun. And of course, kung palaban ako, nasa mata nila, ganun din sila, magiging palaban din sila.
Thank you, Abby, and good luck with today's game. Back to you, Boom and Ivy.
Well, credit goes out to her and the coaching staff, of course. They're running out of challenges here. I know it's still a long season, Ivy, but they have been so dominant, like a well-oiled machine. Like I said, they're nearly a perfect team as we speak right now.
I do have to agree, and very well spoken also by the team captain, and no wonder the team is performing this well.
That's right. LaSalle will go for its 9th straight win this season, 25 overall since last, and they go up against Adamson University, who's trying to stay within striking distance for Final Four.